Well, imagine that you're at the airport and you're waiting for your child to come home. They've been on a long journey. They've been in a foreign country for many years, and they finally come back. And you're so eager to go see them, and so you run up to them in the airport, and they have this very serious look on their face, and your child says, "I'm here to serve you, and I'm going to obey all of your orders." First of all, you'd probably think it was a joke, right? But if it weren't a joke, right, if they were really serious, you would probably be pretty concerned that that was the first thing that they said when they came to you, right? You'd be expecting, "Oh, I love you so much, I miss you, how are you doing?" But instead, no, "I'm here to serve you, I'm here to obey your orders." There's something that is not right? There's something that is not quite whole about that response. And that's the response that the father gets in this parable from the gospel. When the father goes out to his eldest son, after his younger son has come back to him, his older son is out in the field, he's not happy, and so he goes out to his older son and he says, please come and celebrate with us. This is a joyful event. And what does the older son say? The older son says, "Look, all these years I served you, and not once did I disobey your orders." He's got this warped understanding of his relationship with his father. Right? There's something that's broken within his spirit. I wonder how many times we see the spiritual life, that we see our relationship with God as fulfilling a set of rules. I wonder how many times we reduce the Christian life to a matter of checking the boxes and obeying God's orders. If we have that understanding of our relationship with God, then something is really off, right? Something has not gone right. Because our primary relationship with God is as a father who loves us. Our primary relationship with God is about who He has made us to be. It's not about what we do or how perfect we are or even what faults we've had. And that's what the parable is showing us. This father, he doesn't care what his younger son has done. It doesn't matter what kind of sins he's committed. He just says, "You're my son, right? You're my son, I love you. Slaughter the fattened calf, put a ring on his finger, put a cloak on him. Do anything that we can to celebrate," because he says, "This son of mine was dead and has come back to life again," right? It's not about what you do. It's about his relationship, that this is my son. It doesn't matter. Is there anything that your child could do that would make you say, "Oh, they're not my child anymore. I don't love them anymore"? No, there's nothing, right? There's nothing. And so if a human parent can be like that, how much more can God our Father treat us with that mercy, receive us with love, because that's who we are to Him. We're His sons and daughters. We're not servants that He needs to check off a list of rules. That's His relationship with us. Whenever we have that distorted understanding of our relationship with God, what are the fruits of that, right? They're nothing good, right? We see it in this gospel passage. The older son, he's isolated himself out in the field. He's angry, he's resentful. He judges his brother. He says, "That son of yours," he doesn't even acknowledge him as his brother. He says, "That son of yours that swallowed up his inheritance with prostitutes," right? That's what he thinks about his brother, because he's become so unhappy. He's become so unhappy because he thinks that his relationship with his father, with his family, is just about fulfilling a bunch of rules. And that's not at all what the Father wants to portray to him. The Father wants us to have a life of joy. God the Father wants us to have a life of joy. It's not just to reduce it down to following a lot of rules. Today in the church we celebrate Laetare Sunday. That's why we wear rose today. Laetare Sunday means rejoice, because this is a day in Lent when we are meant to rejoice. It's kind of like if Lent is that desert of self-denial and overcoming temptation. It's like this is sort of the oasis in the desert. We get this little Sunday of rejoicing when we're meant to remind ourselves of the joy of the Christian life. And if the Christian life is going to be joyful, then it does have to be a lot more than just rules, right? Because nobody rejoices when they read a list of rules. Does your heart flutter when you read your employee handbook? No, right? A list of rules doesn't bring joy, but a relationship brings joy. And so if Christianity is a lot of rules and nothing more, then it's not going to bring us any joy. But if Christianity is a relationship with the person of Jesus Christ, if Christianity is nothing more than a relationship with the person of Jesus, if it's a relationship with God our Father, that's when we can find joy in the Christian life. And so today I think we have that decision in front of us. We can be like the older son and kind of reduce everything to checking a lot of boxes and following God's orders, or we can embrace the embrace of the Father, right? We can embrace the love of the Father and say, I'm not perfect, I've sinned, I'm not right, and that's okay because I've got a Father that loves me, I've got a God who's going to receive me no matter what, and I can run to Him and know that I will be received. Because our relationship to God is not simply a lot of rules. Our relationship to God is about our Father who loves us.